Hi, my name's Evan, and I'm the occupational therapy student that's going to be working with you today on some movement in the arm and hand that you're having some trouble with. Um, First, let me talk to you about the things we don't want to do. So, if at any point you're feeling a lot of tightness or pain, we definitely want to stop. We don't want to push past pain or anything like that. And also, if your doctor or physician of any kind has told you not to do a certain movement, we definitely don't want to do those things and push it and risk getting hurt further. So what we'll need today is just a towel or a t-shirt that you can reach behind your back that's long enough there. And we'll get to that in just a little bit. But what we're gonna start with first is working on the shoulder. So what we're gonna do for the first one, with your thumb pointed up toward the sky, you're gonna put your arm right at your side and you're gonna bring it straight up and down. Now, if you're unable to do that with just the musculature of your hurt arm, you can hold that arm with your other hand right above the wrist and do the exact same thing. Again, stopping if there's pain or anything. That's good for reaching up to cabinets or hanging up clothes or anything like that. The next one that we're going to work on is the same sort of movement except out to the side this time. So once again, we want that thumb pointed up toward the sky, and we're going to bring it straight out to the side and up over our head. Again, if you're having a tough time, you can use the other arm to help out. That one's good for reaching out to the side, smacking off your alarm in the morning time, or anything else that you have to reach for. Now comes the time for the towel. What you're gonna do is put one arm, hold the towel in one hand, and reach up like this, and with your other hand, come back behind. So it's gonna look like this behind your back, if you can see. At that point, what you're gonna do is with your hand that's up by your ear, you're gonna pull up toward the ceiling and then pull down with the hand behind you down toward the floor to get this sort of rocking type motion. And we really want to try to isolate just the shoulders. Isolate just means use. So we want to just use the shoulders. Try not to lean over side to side or anything like that. And what this one is good for, and you're going to do the other side as well, just to get both arms. And what that one's good for is clasping a bra, scratching your back, patting yourself on the back for doing such a good job with all of this today. The last one that we're going to do for the shoulders is going to be, we're going to grab our forearm here right above the wrist. Forearm's just this lower part of the arm. We're going to pull it across our body and then push it all the way out. So pull and push. We're going to do both sides for all of these as well. What that one's good for is something like rocking a baby or carrying a lot of paperwork or books that are pressed up against your chest here. So moving away from the shoulder, we're going to come down to the elbow. For the elbow, what we want to do is keep that tucked right into the side here, and we're going to bring our hand up and down, bringing the arm as straight as possible and bringing it up as high as we can. And once again, if you're having a tough time with that, you can use the other hand to support right below your wrist and bring it up and down. What that's nice for is, say I drop my towel here, I'm able to bend over, pick it up, and bring it right back up. So now what we're going to work on is that forearm, that lower part of the arm that I've been talking about today. For this one, it's pretty easy to do with an armrest or anything besides you. So you can sit your arm down with your palm up. And what you're going to do is twist your hand over. Again, trying to make sure we're not using our shoulder or our elbow. We're just going to turn the hand up and down. And if we're having a tough time with that, you can use the other one to help twist it and bring it back. After the forearm there, What's nice for that is being able to open a doorknob or twist the cap off of a Coke bottle or anything like that. And now for the wrist. So what we're going to start with is bringing the wrist up and down, up and down. You can again use an armrest or something like this here, where you're holding your hand right above the wrist and bringing it up and down. It's good for revving a motorcycle, or it's just generally being able to use that full range of your hand to be able to pull something off or grab a hold of something really strongly. A couple more actually for the wrist. The next one, what we're going to do, instead of moving up and down, we're going to move side to side. So once again, the motion is going to look like this: side to side. You can tuck the thumb in or have it out however you'd like. I find it to be a little bit easier with the thumb tucked in. So we're going to bring that elbow right next to our body and come side to side. What that's nice for is typing or anything where you have to move more at your wrist and use your fingers, but not so much at your elbow. A lot of these wrist ones can be done with both hands interlocked to make it a little bit easier, or just, to assist in any way possible to help out. So after the wrist, all we've got to do now is the hand and the fingers, and we're finished for the day. So for the hand, we're going to start by putting the hand up and start to curl the fingers in to make a fist, and bring that thumb right across. So what we're doing is isolating the joints. We're doing one joint at a time and moving in, down, and around. After making a fist, like I said, a way we can really isolate each joint, and if it's difficult to do it all at the same time like that, what we can do is hold or block each of the joints. So for example, if I wanted to do just this top joint in my pointer finger, I would hold right under this line on my finger with my thumb and my pointer finger on my other hand. That way I can bend just that joint and nothing else in my finger is moving, just that top joint. You can do that for all of your fingers, and there's 3 joints in each finger. So you're going to block right under that top line, right under the middle line, and then right down against your hand to bring it all the way down. Sort of like the Queen's bye-bye wave. And then we have our thumb. We're going to do the same sort of motion with our thumb, except the thumb only has 2 joints, so a little bit easier. So you're going to block for that first knuckle right under the line and then right against your hand. Now, all of these motions can be supported either laying on a bed or against a wall to make it a little bit easier for you. For example, the arm coming up over the head. If you're having a tough time, you can put yourself against a wall to hold steady and bring it all the way up. Or if that's even too difficult, what we can do is lay flat on a bed and do the same thing. And that way we're getting rid of some of that weight of the arm, but still getting the good range of motion and movement out of the joints. I look forward to working with you again, and thank you so much for your time.